Welcome to Direct RC. I'm Zach, and today we've got something a little old but a little new. It's the Hobbywing Rushmore V3. Don't forget to hit that like and subscribe button to stay up to date on all those new products that Direct RC has to offer. Alright guys, so like I said, we've got something a little bit old, but a little bit new. The Hobbywing Rushmore has been around for a few years now with Hobbyplus. It's definitely probably one of my favorite bodies. It just has that old school two-door SUV look to it that everybody really enjoys. It just looks good on the trail, right? It looks awesome on the trail. It's got a Hobbywing Mini 24 system that is waterproof. Push button on and off, which is super awesome. You never have to worry about if the switch is on or off when you plug it in. It is 2s and 3s capable, which I really like. Now, if you've watched some of the other videos that we put out recently, you've noticed that we've been really excited and jazzed about the Hobbyplus CR18P Juice Up Edition. And I'll tell you, this has got a lot of the same stuff in it. You've got a single speed transmission with full metal gears. You've got the oil shocks, you've got a 5-degree skid on the chassis, you've got all these multiple option bolting points for your shocks. You've got some skids here as well. You've got a front and rear bumper for those awesome scale aesthetics. It comes with a 600 milliamp Hobbywing battery already and a FlySky controller and receiver. One of the things that we remember about the Hobbyplus Juice Up Edition is the new drive shafts and how they're beefier, they're stronger, because one of the biggest complaints a lot of people had with the previous version was how weak the drive links were. They were constantly breaking, and you almost immediately knew that you were going to need to buy drive shafts when you purchased a CR18. So, you know, Hobbyplus definitely took that in consideration, listened to the consumer, and they went ahead and threw that in. You have a great metal gear servo already out of the box. And like I said, your system is 3S and 2S capable. You're definitely going to want to add some upgrades to it. We all do. And you know, I think some of those juiced up edition upgrades are already out there, like those brass front weights and also those brass wheel inserts can definitely be paired up with this. Let's look at some of the more notable differences with the V3. First and foremost, one of the things I've noticed straight out of the box is how soft these tires are. They are a 60 millimeter 1.2 inch Mutter MT tire from Hobbyplus. The tire pattern is the same as what comes in the juiced up. The only thing is different is that they are a little bit smaller. Another thing that they decided to do to bring over from the Juice Up Edition to this is the 27% underdrive on the rear axle. What's that going to do for us? That's going to keep this rig more planted, especially when you're going uphill and downhill, just kind of grabbing and bringing that gear ratio down just a little bit, just so it slows down the rear end and the front end is a little bit faster. The oil that they used in the shocks, they decided to use a little bit of a lighter oil that just gives it a little bit more fluid articulation and drop going over some of those down rocks. Another thing they decided to do is go ahead and give us the Hobbywing Mini 24 waterproof ES with the Hobbywing can motor. You're going to get 2S and 3S capability. You're going to be able to use the Hobbywing program card to tap into the system to program, which is extremely user-friendly. It's also going to give you some really good top-end speed and some low-end control as well. Now, as far as it goes for something that I noticed from the older version to the V3 is that going on some steeper hill-like climbs, you would notice it kind of popping backwards over itself because that underdrive wasn't there. With that underdrive now, you can definitely tell that it's just a little bit more planted, going up those steep inclines and then coming to those breakovers, you'll notice that it'll just kind of push itself down and it keeps itself planted over those brakes. Then having the 5-degree skid gives you a little bit more security going over those brakes, both up and downhill. So for the price, you can't beat it. You know, I definitely think this is something to consider for your next crawler. This new V3 system is going to be coming out in the Rushmore and the T-Hunter. I had a lot of fun trying it out. I think I'm going to have a lot of fun adding some upgrades to it. Yeah, I'm excited to see what else Hobbywing puts out this year. Remember folks, free shipping on all orders of $100 or more to all 50 states. If you're interested in picking up this Rushmore V3 or anything else DirectRC has to offer, remember to go over to directrc.com. And don't forget to hit that like and subscribe button to stay up to date on all DirectRC has to offer for mini, micro crawlers, race cars, and so. Thank you so much for joining me. I look forward to seeing you next time on the rocks.